Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Monday market update by Mo. I am so excited to be here again. We were off the social media for 3 weeks, and we were working on some fundamental things, and all these things that we are doing is just to give you guys a better service for your next real estate move. Also, today is the first day of November, also called the month of Movember, so that's why the mustache come back here, and it's just to show us our support for the prostate cancer, and that's it. So without further ado, let's start the numbers and see what happened in the last week in the city of Toronto and York region as well, and also in the upcoming days, Toronto Real Estate Board will be release the number and stats for the months of October, and we will post it for you guys on our social media platforms. So make sure to follow us on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, and please make sure, if you are watching this video, definitely hit that little bell, subscribe to our YouTube channel. That would be much appreciated. So let's see what happened in the last week in the city of Toronto. Last week, number of sold in the city of Toronto was 413, and number of sold for the previous week of that was also 411. And it shows us that during the last days of the October, we saw a very busy market, although still we are in the fall market, and the market is still on fire because the level of inventory still is in the lowest level ever, and there are lots of buyers out there looking to buy a property. So the most expensive house in the city of Toronto, they sold it for $11,600,000. It was a beautiful detached 3-story located at Rosedale area. And also at the same time, the cheapest property that they sold it in the city of Toronto, they sold it for $700,000, and it was a semi-detached located at Weston and Eglinton. Number of sold for properties from 1 million and below was 152, with the average days on market of 8 days only. And number of sold for properties from 1 million to 2 million was 195, with the average days on market of 15 days. And number of sold for properties from 2 million and above was 66, with the average days on market of 26 days. Now let's review the numbers for York region and see what happened in York region. Number of sold in entire York region last week was 350, and if we want to compare it with the previous week of that, which was 349, still shows us that also in York region we saw a very busy market. The most expensive house that they sold it in York region, they sold for $7,980,000. It was a beautiful 2-story detached at Islington and Langstaff in the city of Vaughan. And the most interesting thing about this property, it was the days on market, and it was on the market only for 16 days. At the same time, the cheapest property, it was a cottage that they sold it in Georgian Island, and they sold for $255,000, and it was on the market for 28 days. Number of sold for properties from 1 million and below was 100, and with the average days on market of 7 days. And number of sold for properties from 1 million to 2 million was 200, with the average days on market of 14 days. And number of sold for properties from 2 million and above was 50, with the average days on market of 26 days. So guys, again, as I said at the beginning of this video, in these upcoming days, Toronto Real Estate Boards will be release the number and stats for the months of October, and we will be posted on our social media platforms. Please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit that little bell. If you have any question about real estate market, please call us at 647-893 3029, or you can send us an email, info@motaslimi.ca, and we will be more than happy to assist you. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Stay tuned for more good news. Thanks. Until next week, have a wonderful days and times.